Hello, I have excellent news if you enjoy spring sunshine. The news isn't quite so good if you're after some rainfall. Yes, another largely dry and fine week looms large. Now, the bigger picture doesn't look all that promising to start with if you're after sunny weather with low pressure sitting down to the southwest. But if we take a look even further afield and take a view at what the jet stream's doing, there's one arc of it way up to the north, another band of it way down to the south. And this isn't going to shift the weather patterns too much, but gradually, under the influence of the upper ridge, this high pressure at the surface will push away that low pressure, and this high will dominate our weather for most of this week. The wind's going clockwise around high pressure, though, means that with it sitting to the north or northwest of the UK, the breeze will be coming down from the north, and that will make things at times pretty fresh and often fairly cloudy on some North Sea coasts in particular. OK, let's rewind the clock and go through the week day by day. We've still got low pressure down to the southwest, so we've seen some thunderstorms on Monday, and again on Tuesday there is the risk of some heavy showers. Perhaps not as intense as Monday's downpours, but areas that didn't see them on Monday could get them on Tuesday, and still some heavy showers likely anywhere really from the west of London, particularly Hampshire, through Wiltshire, Somerset and across parts of South Wales. That's the area most likely. A flash of lightning and the odd rumble of thunder, along with some obviously heavy rain over a fairly short space of time. Most places, though, elsewhere are going to be dry, fine and sunny. There is going to be this low cloud. That's going to become more and more of a feature of the weather through this week, mostly through Tuesday, sticking to the coast of northern and eastern Scotland. But where it does stick, it will suppress the temperatures. We are going to see quite a variation in temperatures for many days this week, close to the east coast, high teens probably. Elsewhere inland, we could get into the mid-20s, but where we see those heavy showers, again low 20s at best, and feeling quite humid where we do catch those downpours. Still a few of them perhaps in the air as we go through Tuesday evening and perhaps even into Wednesday, because that low hasn't fully cleared away. But for most places, the high is becoming established, and those breezes bringing in the cooler and potentially cloudier conditions down the eastern side. So maybe a little bit of drizzle in the air over parts of southeast Scotland, northeast England. Some of these places haven't seen rain for 3 weeks, so that could be a welcome little bit of drizzle, but that's all it's likely to be. Again, most places fine, dry and sunny. Just that low pressure potentially bringing one or two scattered heavy showers still across Devon, Cornwall and maybe the Isles of Scilly. But again, like Tuesday's heavy showers, they'll be very hit and miss, and the vast majority staying dry, fine and sunny. But we'll notice more and more of this breeze. That's going to have even more of an influence on the temperatures. We'll be struggling in the low teens in places. Elsewhere inland, perhaps not quite as warm as Tuesday, but still up to 23, 24. That's going to feel pretty warm. Why so much cool on the east coast? Well, if you look at the sea surface temperatures, it's pretty obvious. Just 10 degrees, the water temperature in the North Sea. So with that breeze coming down over that chilly sea, that's why temperatures are going to be suppressed anywhere we've got that wind feeding in. And that wind will continue to feed in because the high really isn't shifting too far, just sitting up to the north, still bringing a lot of dry, finer weather through the night, staying largely clear. But the mist and low cloud will seep inland for Thursday morning. It may take a while before it moves back to the coast, and even then, it could clear away from some coasts. Always a fickle mistress pinpointing this har and sea frets, but it could stick around. And again, where you've got the breeze from the sea, temperatures will struggle, but a bit of sunshine will make all the difference. But notice, by the time we get to Thursday, even where it's sunny all day, temperatures are only really going to get into the low 20s. So it is turning a little bit cooler, generally speaking, as we go through this week. Obviously, 2021 still feeling very pleasant in the afternoon sunshine. By the time we get to Friday, if anything, the high is rebuilding out to the northwest, so we may see some subtle changes in the wind direction, which may mean slightly different areas get that cloud moving in through the night. It may well be a bit of a drab start over parts of the Midlands, southeast England, but again, most places, certainly inland, should see that mist and low cloud disappearing, but always a question mark about whether it sticks close to the coast. But again, with that breeze coming in from the North Sea, got a cool feel here in the sunshine. Temperatures getting up above average into the low 20s once more. The high pressure likely to stick around even as we head into the weekends, sticking up to the north, keeping the weather fronts out at bay into the Atlantic. Just the possibility we could import a few showers in from the south or southeast as we go into the weekend. But for most places, it looks like high pressure will remain in charge. And just a cautionary note, a lot of sunshine around this week. UV levels are going to be high for most places. The sun is as strong now as it is at the end of July. So sunscreen definitely required, even though temperatures aren't going to be anything too spectacular. Do keep up to date with everything from the Met Office. You can get prepared for your summer yourself if you search for our weather-ready pages on our website. And of course, best way to stay up to date, follow us on social media. And if you haven't already, you should subscribe to our YouTube channel.